The final part of this map shows the leadership NPQs. As we come close to the end of the presentation, there'll be time for questions in a moment, but I would like you to look at what's on offer for leaders in schools. And there's a range of things that they can engage with. Much like the structure of the specialist NPQs, there's a framework behind these. So that there is an NPQ for early years leadership. That's for those that are responsible for early years and have reached the level 3 qualification, at least in early years, and that can include early years settings, PVIs, private, voluntary, independent, nurseries, as well as early years in school setting. And there's an NPQ in senior leadership for those that are aspiring to move into a role such as an assistant head or a year departmental head or a year lead, and they may already be in those roles and want to support their practice. That's for those that are moving into the leadership structure. Then there's an NPQ in headship, and that's available for those that are aspiring to be at a headship level. A deputy head can apply, but also heads can apply to have the support of the headship program. Alongside that, there is what's called the Early Headship Coaching Offer, or ECHO for short, and that's an optional extra for those that are new to the headship role, less than 5 years in being a head teacher, can access that additional support, which is coaching and peer networks and other targeted resources to support that new head teacher in that new role. And finally, there's the Executive Leadership NPQ, a longer program and tailored to those that are in senior leadership wanting to expand to be an executive leader of schools. Each of those have a different level of engagement. They're a little bit more intensive than the specialist NPQs. Senior leadership and early years leadership is equivalent of about 4 days face-to-face training over the year. But again, some of that is delivered in twilights for some of our programs, and some of that is delivered in full days for other programs. And headship involves 5 days training, and executive leadership involves 6 days training with a residential element within that. And alongside that, there's the asynchronous learning through the portals to be able to develop knowledge and complete the formative assessments as they go, formative tests as they go along, to all culminate in the assignments at the end. So they are an 18-month process, and a little bit longer than the specialist NPQs, but there's more content and more longer program to go through. Again, we use best practice and teach first for particular NPQs to provide the programs, provide the structure, provide the quality assurance, the fidelity checks, and then the organisation at Ofsted to assess these programs as they're delivered. We have behind that too not only the opportunity for people to join the NPQs in the autumn and in the spring, as we did with the specialist NPQs, and those all of these NPQs open and available for colleagues to apply to start in February 2023 right now, all through our website with the links and all the full material and guides behind it for those that want to investigate what's right for them. But we also have opportunities for facilitators, and again the facilitators are trained through ourselves and the national provider. They are given materials to deliver the programs. They don't have to write the program, but they have to learn how to implement the program, and then they're also given a financial recompense for their time invested in delivering the program. So not only are all the NPQs, senior leadership ones included, fully funded and for now and for next year, but there are opportunities for facilitators to engage in sharing their professional development and building on their professional development as they do so. So there's great opportunities there for a school, and an executive leadership NPQ, for example, is around about £4,500. So being fully funded is a big saving to a school's budget, and that's important at these times. So for all these NPQs, they're fully funded for this year and for next, and we encourage colleagues to continue to apply, to engage with them. We'll be running cohorts in each of the leadership ones starting in February and are taking applications now.